Hey, how's it going? So, I want to talk today about body image. People with, to help people who have self conscious issues. Pretty much everybody, I assume, out there. We all do. We're constantly being bombarded with products and images and just everything that's saying you're not good enough and let's fix it. Let's make you perfect, your body perfect, right? So I myself, I've grown up with lots of insecurities. Just to name a few, body weight. I wasn't one of those who were blessed with the perfect body genes. I have to work hard for, where I'm at. And I still have work to do, obviously, because I'm insecure. I'm working on that. And this, I want to tell you how I'm doing that. But anyways, my face, my skin, I grew up with lots of acne. It really made my skin, have a lot of scarring and stuff. It's not perfect. My hair, I've always had thinner hair, and I've always wanted thicker hair like some of my friends. Things like that. I could go on. But anyways, this is about helping others, right? So I just want to kind of talk about it. Past couple weeks, a lot of things have been coming in to me, between myself, between the people that come to me and talk to me about certain issues, the things that people are showing me on TV or that I'm just being drawn to, just things like that. I'm noticing it's like about self-images. And so I was thinking about it, and I was like, man, where did that stem from? It's got to have stemmed from somewhere, and I even went all the way back to like Adam and Eve. They took a bite of the apple of knowledge or whatever that made them see everything, and they realized, oh, I'm naked, let's cover up. But so that just made me think, like, God put us on earth perfectly the way we are. It was us humans, that created the sight of seeing each other and comparing, and we put that on ourselves. God did not. We chose to see that, and I do understand why we chose, because polarity, you've got to have polarity to actually understand what love really is. I might go deeper into that someday, but yeah, so it stems from us. We created that. God did not, right? And then I was kind of reminded of last year. It was pretty much about a year ago, almost exactly. I was guided to go to start this book club. And it's actually, I have the book if you were interested, but it's called A Course in Miracles. And I had read a book by Miriam Williamson, that A Return to Love, that was a play off of this. It was a little easier to read, and she kept referring to this book, and I was like, what is this book? So I ended up going through synchronicities to finding somebody. I met some girl, and we were both in the same time frame, where we were just like searching for something, some guidance and stuff. And we ended up going to this class together, and it was, like I said, I barely knew her, but we just went, and each other's support system and stuff, and ended up being a really fun place. We were one of the younger peoples, but that was awesome because we had a lot of awesome wisdom there to kind of help guide us and show us, and we didn't have a lot of well, at least for me, I didn't feel as scared because there wasn't as much, I guess, competition because, I don't know, when you're in younger like groups around the people your age, you're kind of like, you compare yourself, like, so it was kind of neat to learn that. Anyway, so I went to this class, and I remember one of the first lessons that taught me to kind of flip the switch of how we've been conditioned to constantly believe and focus on, and this kind of helped me learn how to switch my perception in the first place. And this is what I kind of like to try to help people do, is you have the ability to switch your perception in any situation, no matter what it is, even if it's body dysmorphia or, insecurities. And this book really helped me to learn how to do that. So, and I remember, like I said, one of the first times I went there, the lesson, I'll read it to you. It's really short. Well, the main, I like mantras, little phrases you can say over and over and over until you feel it, and it's crystallized in you, and you know what it means by that feeling of what those words give you. And there's more to it that kind of like talks about it, but the main thing was, I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me to be. And, little me was in there like, I don't know what this really means, okay, I'm not a body, I am free, God made me created me for what I was meant to be, type of thing. Okay, I knew that, but when I started saying it over and over and over and over and feeling it and understanding what those words meant and how they felt, it changed. Like, I am not a body. I am free. I am as God created me to be. I am not a body. This is not who I am. I am free. My consciousness is free. I can believe whatever I want. I am not this body. I am free. I am as God created me to be, a free being. And as I kept doing that and thinking about it, it was like I was able to disassociate with being only the body. And people associate only with being the body because, like I said, you're grown up to constantly being told how to fix it, that this is the only part of reality. This is the only part of life, is being this body and making it to be perfect, when that's not what God created us to be. These are vessels that God gave us to use for this life experience, but that is not who we are. We are so free, and if you learn how to change and flip, once you're able to do it that first time, it's like you are free. Like, you're so free to do and believe and be whatever you want to be. God, I don't believe that God put us on this earth with these different bodies of unperfectness just to fail, just to live life constantly always worrying about my body weight, my boobs aren't big enough, my butt's not big enough, I don't have six-pack abs, I have scars on my body, I had surgery, so I have, whatever, so-and-so is not going to like me because I'm not perfect, just different things like that, your skin color, whatever it is, I don't believe he put us on here, on this earth, in these bodies of different non-perfectness, just to always strive just to be what the media, what advertisement says as perfect. Like, what kind of loving God does that? Not the loving God that I know. That's man-made. That's not the way God intended us to be. And we've created these perceptions of only looking towards how to make our body image better when we are exactly the way where we're supposed to be. It, to me, when I start looking into this kind of thing, I start like thinking about myself. I look at other people in the cars and my work, wherever I go, and I start noticing the differences and how beautiful every person is in their own special way. We're all so different. Our bodies are so different. And that's because it's the most beautiful expression of what creativity really is. Like what God really is. How in depth it can go. How expansive it can go. How much we can evolve. You know, we've got mixtures of cultures. How we come, but we're still like, we're still the same inside. We're all still energetic stardust or whatever you want to believe that we are inside. So, you know, our souls or whatever that's made out of. But like these vessels that we were, each consciousness was put into to drive around this earth in, they're so unique. It's uniquely beautiful. And we need to wake up and realize that. Because if we have these chains on us of constantly being chained to media and chained to, you know, what perfect in society says, what society says perfect is, if we constantly keep those chains on that, they're going to keep pulling us the whole way through our life. How exhausting is that? You should know already by now. I know I'm freaking exhausted. You know, for instance, like I said, the past couple weeks, I've been kind of being drawn to things. Well, I was guided to wear nothing, no makeup whatsoever. And I don't wear a lot normally. But I do always joke around that I wear eye stuff because my brother and I feel like have the same eyes. And I feel like if I don't wear a little mascara or something, I look like him, you know, and that's silly, but it's an insecurity because not that I don't think he looks good, you know, but it's just, you know, you don't want to look like your brother, you know, but again, that's an image I'm putting on myself because of, you know, my upbringing of being constantly told I have to, you know, look a certain way. I have to look, you know, girly. I have to look feminine. I have to have, you know, whatever. So anyway, so I didn't wear anything for a week. And I had to look at myself in the mirror. I had to look at myself and everything and see and really take an appreciation for me as who I am. And it really, it does a lot of good. This is kind of hard to share because it's kind of awkward, but it really gets deep. But like, I've been guided before to, you know, with my body image issues, you know, I used to change, like facing away from the mirror, you know, like I didn't want to look at that. I'm not perfect. I don't have an Instagram model body, you know, so why would I want to see that, you know, until I am like shaped and, you know, beautiful enough to look like an Instagram model. I'm not going to look at myself in the mirror. Ew. You know, that's like how I kept thinking. And there was a time where all of a sudden, I think it was around this time last year when I started doing this work, this perception work. And I, was guided to just get completely naked and truly look at myself in the mirror. I wasn't taking an Instagram model picture and taking mine and comparing them together. That wasn't even allowed to be in my mind. And that's why sometimes I have to get off social media too, because I start noticing that kind of stuff. And that does nothing for me. So I had to look at myself in the mirror completely naked and just look at myself and fully see it for what it is in that moment. And I, cried a little bit because I finally felt like I faced my fear. I faced the trigger, the insecurity. I'm facing what I've been not wanting to deal with. And I started telling myself, I'm beautiful. I am so beautiful the way I am. This is me. There's nothing I can do about it right now in this moment. I am this way in this moment, and I love myself for that. Obviously I saw the flaws, but they became beautiful to me. They became, this is me. This is my uniqueness. This is my unique, beautiful creation of self, of God. Like, it became just different to me, and I was able to look at my curves and look at my little jiggles or whatever, and my scarring and all that stuff, like, and be like, I am awesome. I am freaking awesome. Like, I am beautiful, and anybody would be lucky, to see that. Even though I'm not showing everybody, but it just helps my mind. And I was able to, you know what? I'm comfortable in this moment, so I can be comfortable in any moment. I mean, I was vulnerable. Everything was vulnerable to myself, and, and I was able to, just conquer that insecurity and that fear of not wanting to deal with that, And so like I said, I was able to be confident in that moment, so why can't I be confident in any other moment? If I'm confident in myself, truly, and loving myself in that moment, it does not matter what anybody else thinks. That's their own perception based on their own insecurities. People are reflections of you. Relationships are reflections of you. If you see an insecurity in somebody else and you're bashing them for, being fat or whatever, that's because you're insecure about your own fatness or your own self. And maybe you have a perfect body, and you sit there and complain about other people. That's because you're still that insecure about yourself. So whenever somebody, maybe criticizes me, or I think they're looking at me and judging me, well, that's their own perception, and that's their own reality that they're choosing to live in. So I have to understand it's up to me to give myself what I need, my responsibility, give myself happiness and peace and love and security within my body, and who I was, my consciousness was entered into. We can't just jump to different bodies. We're stuck. So you got to learn to love it, and live. Living is not constantly being worried about your weight or your scarring or whatever, that you're not letting yourself go out and go on dates or go to dinner or go to the water park or go to the beach or wherever that, you might be, feel like people will see and be, judge you. That's not living life. So we need to work on that. There's shows now that, exploit that, about these people that go to the extremes to change their body figures and stuff. Plastic surgery, it's huge industry. But like I said, that's only creating a chain to those doctors, to those media, to that advertisement saying you are allowing them to pull your chain. And you got to break free. You got to cut those cords. They're controlling you, and you've got to learn to take the control back within yourself and be happy for who you are in each moment. And so like I said, I've been doing that for like a year now, disassociating with being only the body. I realized, like, I am other than I am free. I am just as God intended me to be. And I've noticed some things, really fun things. So the less I focus and beat myself up for being fat, the more I'm willing to go work out. I'm actually eating better. I'm doing things that would keep me from gaining weight. My body is feeling that love, because it is separate from, you got your spiritual, your physical, and your mental. There's like 3 bodies or 3 different things that you have to pay attention to. Sometimes you need that mental food, like reading, learning and stuff. Sometimes you need that spirituality food where you need to like meditate and do different things to help balance your energies. And then you've got your body. Sometimes your body needs physical attention, and you have to learn to listen to what needs what and give it when it needs it. But if you're constantly beating your body up saying you're fat, you look ugly because you have scarring or whatever, you're not going to be loved enough, it's not going to want to work with you. And when you learn to let that go and love it, my body has relaxed so much, and I'm able to like I said, I'm being drawn to like the good food. I'm being drawn to products. People are coming into my life offering, hey, I found this probiotic, or I found this nutrition shake. And those are what the signs God is giving you to help give you what you want. Those are, his helpers in a way. Like, so yeah, treat yourself good. Look at your body. Love it. I hope this helps. I hope this kind of brings awareness, and I wish you luck, and just know you are beautiful, uniquely beautiful in your own awesome way. God loves you no matter what. And God is within you, so you need, open that up and love yourself through God. And you'll be amazed at how much fun you can have, and you're not going to worry about am I jiggling when I do this, or am I is he going to like me enough, or is she going to like me enough? You're not going to worry about that kind of stuff, because you know who you are, and you know your abilities, and you know how much freedom you can actually have through it. And if they're not wanting that reality or that part of you, then that's fine. They're on their own path, But those that do appreciate and see your confidence and see that you are beautiful, they'll come to you, and they'll see you for you, and you won't have to ever worry about not being good enough. So, yeah, hope that helps. Like I said, oh, a bird just came on my car hood. That's cute. Hi, birdie. Yeah, so like I said, enjoy your day. and love yourself and realize you're not just a body. You are free. And you're as God intended you to be. So give yourself some love. Disassociate with the body. And start enjoying life and being creative and being in the moment. You know, because like I said, I used to struggle with body image, weight, and it stopped me from doing a lot of things, or opening myself up to certain people. And what good does that do? You're always gonna sit there and strive to be perfect, but what if you never actually get to be perfect enough? You're just wasting time. You're wasting your life. So why not be happy in each moment for who you are, and allow your body to feel that love and to be able to work with you and not against you, not resist you because you're giving it hate and constantly beating it up. Why not love it, give it the good energy it needs, the fuel it needs, the food it needs, everything, and watch how it works with you. It's great. And watch what's going to be brought to you when you start doing that, to help you get to what you essentially really do want, that perfect looking body. Yeah, I hope that helps. So, see you later.